afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Wednesday, March 30th, 2022, a little after 3 p.m. Eastern. We'll be having a time for change call tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. It may be hard to believe this, with all the unending craziness going on with all of us because of what we're creating, what we're transcending on this planet, in our lives. Yet at the very core of our souls, the energy is super soft, super sweet, and super delicate. What's even more unbelievable is that this same soft presence is in everyone that we know. It's actually in everyone, just about. And everyone, even those really hard, harsh ones who you fight with. The truth is, we are all deeply connected to this sweet, healing presence inside. Everyone has access, especially the ones who really behave like they don't. Whenever you're triggered by them, just turn your own personal soft energy deep inside. Your soul, so frickin' soft and sweet, it's like the most pure, succulent, juicy dazzleberry that is only found in the furthest corners of the universe. You can take even more time today to relish in and enjoy the true sweetness of you. Because, guys, it's all about you. Not anybody else. It's all about you. Have in your mind that which would constitute a miracle for you. Have in your mind that which would constitute a miracle for you. Get the vision. Suspend disbelief and skepticism. Allow yourself to take the journey toward real magic. Wayne Dyer. Well put. So what's the fastest way for us, any of us, just if we choose on our own, to become detached to something we know we need to let go of? To get off the attachment roller coaster ride, start with simply making the conscious choice to identify the thought or thing you are attached to and choose to release it. Now, it sounds simple, right? It's not difficult. It's not hieroglyphics. But yet, some of us, it's, okay, so, I'm dragging this with me, this attachment, right? But I know I don't need this attachment. I really don't need to focus on this and fixate on it. So I can let it go. I can release it. And you do that. You see, the tricky part is a lot of us will release it, but it's through the ego mind. So it's not released. Now, when we release it through the heart mind, you can tell when you go into the heart mind, from the head to the heart, you know that where you're at. You can feel it. And so here's something else that we can do to visualize for ourselves in this meditation. In your right hand is a detailed red balloon. Okay, it's a deflated, we'll put deflated red balloon, which is attached to a string. Put the string in your left hand and start blowing all of your attachments, problems, issues, worries into the big red balloon. Now, all of us have like a magical breath that can breathe the thing or thought we are attached to right out of our bodies. The more attachments we put in, the lighter a balloon becomes. When we have emptied ourselves completely, the balloon automatically closes its valve and you let go of the string. It begins to float straight up into the sky. Watch it move far away from your life in the areas of your body where you released the attachments. Breathe in a warm golden light. Feel the sense of relief and lightness in your body. now that it is free from all attachments, worries, and concerns. And remember, you are a powerful, omnipotently powerful manifesting being who can have anything you desire. It's just that the ego mind keeps telling us that no, we can't. Burning your attachments away. Create or buy a physical representation of your attachment, or picture, whatever. If you are attached to money, take a dollar bill. If you are attached to a new car, buy a model of the new car. If you are attached to a perfect husband, find a picture of what that perfect husband looks like. You have the choice to bury or burn this physical object as a symbolic way of letting it go. If you decided to burn the object, throw it into the fire and say out loud, I now let go of this attachment. And say it with vim and vigor right from your heart. If you want, or when you want to bury your object, put it in a special box and state out loud, I let this attachment go as you are burying it beneath the ground or any place that feels right for you. And daily, there's a way to do a mantra. State your commitment to being detached out loud every morning when you wake up. Create an affirmation or mantra that reminds you of your commitment to be detached. You could say, I resign as general manager of the universe. I embrace detachment now in every moment of my life. I am easily flowing with the river of life. All outcomes are perfect as they are, and all is well in my world. The reason we do these affirmations is because of the vibrational frequency. And you send it through your heart mind, not the head, not the ego mind. Watch what happens. Because you don't have an easy feeling. You walk throughout the day. It's uneasy. We have it comes and goes, doesn't it? It kind of comes in and it's gone. It comes in and it's gone. And the uneasy feeling is what we're carrying. And it's kind of easy, it's kind of queasy. It's like queasy stomach. Kind of there, kind of not there. It's not about getting what you want. It's about wanting what you've got. It's not about getting what you want. It's about wanting what you've got. I'm going to soak up the sun. Out of Sheryl Crow. Manifesting also includes our so-called no physical, non-physical desires, such as feeling approved, appreciated, and accepted in the world. The experience of giving and receiving appreciation is one of the fastest ways to double and triple your manifesting vibration. Giving away an unexpected extra comment of appreciation to someone special is an amazing way to deeply and eternally love yourself and the world. It is a great way to exercise your love valve and gives you the experience of being loved and loving another. In this world of manifesting, giving equals getting. Now, the trick here is, right, and it can be a tricky one for all of us, is that you give, but you don't expect. That's a biggie. You don't give to get, period. You give because you want to give. The gifts that we can give others and ourselves are what continue to uplift our manifesting vibration. Giving away appreciation to anyone or anything provides us with feelings of safety, self-worth, deservingness, creativity, inspiration, and trust. And these are the true prizes in life we all deserve to have. A continuous appreciation for yourself is the superhighway to opening your cosmic energy channels and tapping into the highest manifesting vibrations in this universe. When we totally open up this appreciation valve and keep it open, miracles can happen overnight. Believe in miracles. Believe in them. Appreciation for yourself can include gratitude for everything you created. Giving appreciation to anything you see, touch, taste, smell, or hear is a highly effective way to become the master of your destiny. Remember, your destiny, all of our destinies are not etched in stone, they're written in sand. So don't let the ego mind fool you in thinking that your destiny is predestined, because it is not. When you are thankful for something you want to manifest, and you communicate to the universe that you trust in its power and believe that it will help you manifest what you desire, when you find the appreciation feeling, stay with it. To stay in appreciation 24 hours a day is the ultimate goal in this life. Staying in appreciation 24 hours a day is the ultimate goal of this life that we are all in. In my heart lives God. God is love. Virish. Whenever any of us, when we look in the mirror, practice looking and accepting what you see and feel. Just be with what is. Appreciation and approval will come later. First, accept what is there inside you and outside your being. This is not just an exercise to do every morning. This is a way of being with yourself and others. Noticing what you love about yourself takes practice. Yet, a nurturing and healing will grow inside you, making the channel of energy that you are much wider and expansive. Paying attention to what you appreciate and approve about yourself are magical seeds and the most fertile, enlightening, magical energies available in this universe. There is such an expansive feeling of freedom within this self-acceptance that will harness a new way of experiencing a whole dimension of what is truly possible with your life. Your entire experience of reality will shift when you start to accept that even a moment ago, you were in a very small fishbowl of understanding and are devoted to diving in heart first, totally naked, into the limitless ocean of existence. Our bodies will immediately breathe deeper and feel bigger. A more expansive vibration will enter our body-mind. A new understanding of life will naturally occur when we stop the busy mind and open ourselves to the entire universe that is really in this moment. First step is remaining in an appreciation vibration, is being aware of when you are in repetitive, stuck thinking patterns. Thinking about a great memory like the good old days is not really as powerful as appreciating what is here now. If your mind continues to go back to a certain memory, ask the universe sincerely, what do I need to learn from this situation? Then find what you can appreciate about this memory and let it go. Dwelling on the way your life was is just a subtle way of starting a complaint to the universe about the way your life is. So in essence, you are saying that the universe is not amazing and perfect as it is right now. The richest person is the one who is contented with what he has. Robert C. Savage. We challenge you, all of us, to see that there is nothing you cannot appreciate. You are an incredible creative being, all of us, and we can make up any reason to appreciate anything. We recommend exploring the feeling of appreciation as often as possible. if you feel upset about something or down in the dumpsters, you are forgetting what you are appreciative of. The most orgasmic energies in this universe are available right here, right now. It's just about each of us appreciating them. With focus, patience, and persistence, we will harness the power of appreciation. One important step is to integrate appreciation into our daily language, relationships, and lifestyle. Give ourselves permission to appreciate our family, friends, and exactly as they are. All this level of their current vibration, appreciation into all of our daily dialogues. Look for places where you can authentically give a verbal appreciation to your friends, colleagues, spouses, and neighbors. When was the last time you told someone, I appreciate you? Our ego will always have an opinion about what it thinks we should have. The more things and people we appreciate, the more abundant we feel in the present. This abundance takes our vibration higher and higher. Be thankful for this moment and experience. It is divine, so enjoy it. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted. And I'm sure we all are. First thing that we do, relax these bodies with. Because we're not the body. We all know that. We're the God within it. So we relax these bodies. How do we do that? The breath. The breath is our sacred positivity, powerful ally. And it's generated by these bodies. We power them up. Everything goes online. The lungs operate. We have the breath. We easy in through the nose and easy out through the mouth. When we do this, we still the ego mind and the subconscious mind. We still them. Period. So when we still them, where are they? They're not there. We don't have all that mind chatter. It's gone. We don't have any of that. And this is our place of naturalness. This is our natural state of being. Even though it's difficult for a lot of people to stay in the now. Because the ego mind's telling you, no, you've got to plan 5 years ahead. You've got to do this, 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 and this. You can't just stay in the now, moment to moment. And the ego mind wants to let you know that and make you feel what? Guilty. You shouldn't be in the now. You should be progressing out into the future. So you know that by staying in the heart mind in the now, with no expectations or attachment, because you won't have them anyway in the now. You just do what you're doing in the moment. That's it. If someone's going to say to you, hey, what are you going to do tomorrow? Your response is, I don't have a clue. I'm only focused on this moment. How do you know that you'll be able to wake up to tomorrow? You don't. Well, none of us do. No matter how healthy we are, no matter what. We don't know that. That's an unknown. So we live each day, you've heard this before, as our last day in these bodies. Appreciate, appreciate, appreciate. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. 24/7. Get into the mode of it. Focus on being in the now as much as possible through the breath. Now, of course, we've all done this. None of us are exempt from it. We'll be in the now, in the moment, right? And then we find ourselves somewhere else, thinking something else. And the reason is that it's not an unusual thing, is that we send out over 60,000 thoughts a day. We do. We generate them. We send them out to the universe. Doesn't mean we know every single one we send out. Now we've got tens of millions of them flying by like clouds in the sky. These are more like programs. And they're all the compilation of everything's thoughts that have ever been on this planet, on it, in it, above it, below it. Now, they're not our thoughts. But we get tricked into believing because of how they associate with us as they come in. You know this. You'll know the difference. You'll feel it. When you generate a thought, it goes out to the universe. It goes out to the universe. You're projecting it out. But when another thought that's not yours, it'll come in. So you'll know when it's coming in, it isn't your thoughts. So that does happen. What do? We focus on our breath. And as we focus on our breath, as soon as we start doing that, we're in the now. 3,000% of the time, which means every single time. So you might, as you get in the habit, you might find yourself doing this numerous times a day to focus on your breath and go into the now. But it's a good practice because once you go on autopilot, everything shifts in your life. So it's important for us to choose, in our own way, to be gentle, kind, generous, humble with ourselves. And to be of the highest high, deepest of the deepest, purest of the purest, eternal gratitude. This way, our balance is super powerful through the heart-mind. And we know to practice being in the now every moment we can. Now, we look in these bodies, and knowing that those of us that know, that are consciously aware that we're not the body, which means we know that we are of and from the highest of the highest high, the deepest of the deepest, the purest of the purest, eternal love. So when you look into the body and you see these 7 lights, they go from the tailbone to the top of the head. They're like balls of light. They're very vibrant, very deeply colorful. Each one's a different color, more vibrant than the ones on this planet. And on this planet, they're called chakras. And the definition of chakra is wheel. These are wheels of light. They're spirit etheric energy. We are omnipotently powerful spirit etheric energy. And we flow through these bodies. We know these bodies as the gods that we are, right down to the quantum quark. Every cell, every membrane, everything. We know them. It's just that we have this thing called amnesia, so we don't know that, see? And depending on how we've been influenced in these bodies, we don't have the confidence that we have that power or ability to do that. See? We don't believe it. Ego mind convinces you that it's not true. That's incomprehensible. When it is the truth. And each of us will discover it in our own time, in our own way, that we, all of us, the gods that we are the power of healing these bodies. And we will get to the point where we'll be able, in a blink of the eye, heal anything wrong with these bodies. Right now we're on training wheels, which is a good thing. Now picture yourself standing in front of 3 paths, and you're in the center path, and you're looking at the 3 paths. The center path is the now. One on the left is the past. One on the right is the future. Of course, we're curious as beings as we are. You try to look and see what's going on with each path. You'll see that the trees have formed a canopy over each path, and they're gold and shimmering, and the leaves and the bark and the branches, everything. And you notice the path is a brilliant emerald green, flaming, healing grass, or it appears to be a healing grass. So now a lot of us will reminisce. We have memories. You know, we gain those memories through our life experiences in this life and past lives. And so as we maneuver this life, we experience quite a few things. And we log them in our libraries of the subconscious mind. Understand, our subconscious mind copies everything. From the time you enter that baby body, it starts absorbing and calculating and you know, logging, placing, all interactions, all influences, all perspectives into your private library. And guess what? It plays them back, too. So we'll go up there at times because we want to reminisce, and we do. And we open the door and turn on the lights, and we go up and we get the movies and a book and some pictures. So we get in the easy chair and we watch the movies. We read a little bit of the books and look at some pictures. And how wonderful it was. And boy, that was a really great experience. I really enjoyed that. What did I learn from it? Okay. And it's same with the ones that we visit that weren't too pleasant. And we say, what did I learn from this? So we go and we review certain things, right? But we don't stay there. You know, we don't live there. We don't stay there. What we do is we put the books and the movies and the pictures away, turn off the light, and shut the door. We move forward in life. But some of us, and then we may, you know, on occasion visit briefly. Some of us stay there. I don't think, I just don't believe it's conscious. I believe it's unconscious. And we stay there so long that we take the past, we bring it into a future that doesn't exist. We create that future from that past. We live that past and that future. We relive it. This is why a lot of people will say, no matter what we do, we always end up here. Now, you notice that the path on the right and left are really heavily worn, and then when you're standing on the now, it looks almost brand new. So we all go into the future, right? Even though it hasn't been created. We go into the future, and we want to know things. We just do. There comes, when we get frustrated in this life, or we get irritable, you know, or impatient, we want to know. We want answers. So what do? We take the path on the right, the future path. And then we say, when is this going to happen? It's always about when. It's about when things are going to happen for us. Not to us, for us. See, a lot of people think that things happen to us. They never happen to us. They happen for us. And so when we're asking all these questions, and of course we're not getting answers because we aren't going within. The answers are all there. So then we say, well, I'm going to confer, or I'm going to go and get an external authority that will tell me what's going to take place for me in the next few months. And then I can bank on that, and I'll ledge that, and I'll draw on that. What happens when it doesn't happen? What happens when it doesn't happen? It's like psychics cannot use their abilities on themselves. Doesn't work. Right? It's kind of universal laws in there. And 99.9% of the time, they're off mark. And they know that. So not necessarily the things that you require for yourself that you want to know when things are going to happen for you and in what way. You know, when am I going to have enough money to enjoy my life? You know, when am I going to be well enough, healthy enough to enjoy my life? You know, when am I going to have the right partner? When am I going to have the right job? When am I going to have the right house? When am I going to have the right car? When? This forms attachments and expectations. When you're told something, and we've all experienced this, you're told something by a source that you believe is credible, and it's just, and it doesn't happen. But you're counting on it, right? But it doesn't happen when you want it to happen. So you become disappointed, irritable, upset. Just depends. But when you stop pushing it, you literally let go of attachments and expectations. But you know it's going to come. You know. You just don't know when. You let all that crap go that the ego mind keeps interjecting, and that's when the universe will take that signal as a go. It's a green light. And then everything will start manifesting and coming towards you. And it will manifest for you. We create the future in the now. The past, everything's in the now. So the future, we're creating by our journey within ourselves, knowing what we do want, and we don't care what we do want and don't care to have other things. We do the things we do want, and the things we don't care to have. We focus on the things we do want, and we think about it carefully. Is this something I really want? Really? You know, you ever ask yourself that? Is this something I really want? Like having a lot of money, right? It's good, isn't it? And we all sit there and we say, it's going to be wonderful. And it is. But then what's the other side of the coin? The responsibility. You know, not letting anybody know that you have wealth. Period. So that you checkmate your ego. How to protect it. How to manage it. Who are you going to hire? Who are you going to trust to manage it? See, all of these things, there's always the other side of the coin when we're, this is so wonderful, and it is, but then we start going, now I've got to figure out how to do this, and this. Now, we know that we are the God within the body, or the heaven. Heaven isn't a place. Heaven is you. The place heaven is the trap, one of the matrix traps. And we know that we're the heaven and the body's earth. So we're heaven on earth. Literally. And remember, we're consciously aware. So every step we take, we're creating paradise. And we're shining our light 24/7 in any direction we choose. What is the light? The light comes from the love that you, the God you are made from, which is the highest of the highest high vibrational frequency. And so this light, we can direct it. Right? It's not going to diminish us. We're not going to lose power, but we go ahead and we send it and, flood a group of people that seem to be very sad or depressed. You could be on the phone talking to a relative and immediately beam them with your love light energy. You don't have to tell them it. unless you choose to, but you beam them. And it doesn't necessarily that these people have to know what you know, but their gods will feel the love that the gods are part of the God that you are, so how can they not experience it? You watch what happens. You can be at a grocery store and look at someone, someone that's, we've all been there where they're just not feeling great or they're irritable, in a hurry, rushing, and you just stare at the back of their hand and you flood them with your love, light, and the God that you are. Just flood them. No predetermined reason, just from your heart. Flood them. Don't have to know them, anything. And you just sit there and stare at them. You don't stare at their faces. You're behind them and you just stare at their head, back of their head. Watch what happens. And of course, you have no expectations or attachments to the outcome anyway. So you're not attached to the outcome. You just know that it's automatic, or that you're sending that love light energy to that body with a God in it. There's no way it won't be effective. And we're doing it with all life on this planet. There's 8 billion of them, shining our light. On and above and below this planet, Earth, Gaia, Arya. All life, the highest supreme value in the universe. Now, some of us still in this lifetime may learn that when we do choose to leave these bodies and we enter the sacredness of space, we will know that we are the light. I mean, for goodness sake, we are literally a ball of light outside these bodies. Now, when another light shows up and starts chasing you, because you look and you say, I'm the light, I'm the love. I don't know what that is, but it sure as heck isn't love. And that's a matrix trap, which most everybody falls for. Thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years of falling for it. You're the light. You always have been. The God that you are in that body, you always will be, ever, beyond, and forever. Now, we know there are pieces of ourselves that are asleep. Pieces of the gods that we are. They're asleep. They'll wake up in their own time. We deeply love them because they're part of the gods that we are. Now, there's other parts of us that are awake, consciously aware, to a certain extent. And though that's the communication. All the light energy beings and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. And the numbers are in the Googleplexes. The Googleplex, as an example, one Googleplex will fill this entire universe with not even 1 square inch of sacred space to spare. These are trillions of Googleplexes coming from trillions of directions throughout the universes. And this includes all of the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetype, the ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Christ, El Moria, Abundancia, Hell, God, Yahweh, Yeshua, all the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, Agartha, and beneath earth. All of our loved ones who have sent out a body in this lifetime and all lifetimes we even have. All the off-worlders, galactics, celestials. Now, it doesn't, see, the illusion that we have of separation is quite compelling, isn't it? Because parts of us are 9,000 billion light years away. But we're still one. And we're all gathered and focused, in a way we're gathered, focused on the complete liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now. Hundreds of millions of us, on and off world. And you can see through your heart minds, anytime you choose, this, I mean, there's not a black on this planet that would describe this black, how black it is, how deeply dark it is. And we were watching it as it literally vaporizes and starts leaving the planet. It turns into a vapor. And we watch it all over the planet leaving, and then being disintegrated completely, never to exist again. If you were to do that, you would see it. It wouldn't be difficult. Move into the now, focus on your breath, be in a quiet place, and literally watch through the heart mind. We're all in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, and humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, prosperity, abundance. We're all one. And we're all God. And we're all love. And our God force, love, light, energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And it continues to grow, continues to intensify, continues to expand. We immediately form a white fire circle of light around the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and the snow. This white fire light, where does it come from? All of the gods that we are within these bodies. We are the love that generates the light. And we're saturating, permeating, and flooding this entire planet, on it, in it, above it, and below it. All life, the highest supreme value in the universe. There's no escape. Not even the tiniest crack or the smallest atom is spared this saturation and permeation of the love light energy, which is the highest vibrational frequency. Now we begin to ascend, and we immediately come in full contact with this massive ocean of glitter. Now it's not like an ocean of glitter that we depict on this planet, but we take it, and the best way to describe it is three avenues. One is a massive grand finale fireworks display, of which nothing on this planet's ever come close to, and a massive laser light show display, grand finale. And then also the ballroom globe, which we know, familiar with, it reflects all light and it splashes it everywhere. 360 degrees. So if we were to take all three of these, combine them into one massive crescendo, then you would come close to describing the ocean of glitter. Now, we're curious beings. So we seek out the reflective points, which are obviously everywhere. And we notice these little tiny microscopic, perfectly etched mirrors, and we enter them. And then we see that all of us are interacting, learning, teaching with each other. Doesn't it make sense that some of us enter humanoid form, some of us enter other physical forms, trees, rocks, animals, birds, different things, just to experience them. So as we experience these different physical forms, we teach each other things. We give each other messages. Does it necessarily mean that everybody understands this? No. Eventually they will. But some of us do. You look at a tree. We were taught that tree's life right? No, the God that enters the tree is the life. So therefore, the God is everywhere, isn't it? Yes. See, our presence keeps things in flow and in order, even though they may seem chaotic at times. So you could choose to feel, you want to know what it feels like to be a certain object of a certain physical form. Focus on your breath, close your eyes, and literally focus on that item. And for a moment, you'll know what it's like to be that item, whatever it may be, a tree, the rock, the birds, the bees, the dogs, the cats, the cows, the horses. It's endless. We're immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is a column of light that we created. To remind us all, the gods that we are within these bodies, that we are the power of healing these bodies. We were then met with the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is a column of light that we created to remind ourselves, the gods that we are within these bodies, of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. We were then met with the white fire. This is the column of light that we created to remind us all that from head to toe, inside and out, we are protected with this white fire armor. Nothing like the armor on this planet, way beyond that. No demon possession, no attachments, no shenanigans of any kind with us, ever. Because the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies cannot come near us. When our frequency is this high in love, they'll vaporize. So they stay away. So we are protected from head to toe, inside and out, forever. But only you, there's one thing that changes that. You. Only you. Only you, only you. So if you decide to lower your vibrational frequency low enough, whether consciously or unconsciously, through what? Anger, hatred, greed, fear, stress, anxiety, worry, dishonesty, manipulation, revenge, you will create a breach in your white fire armor, enough so to allow all lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. Now, if you do decide to do this, and of course, you know that then we open ourselves up to all kinds of different things, demon possession, attachments, all kinds of stuff. But we literally have the opportunity on the first column of this light, crystalline light tower, is the purple transmuting flame. This reminds us that we can bring in the purple transmuting flame. We can transmute all these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutral light substance, sending them to pure consciousness, where they are no more. We are then met with the second part of this column of light, the violet ray. This is a column of light we created to remind us all that we can bring in the violet ray right behind the purple transmuting flame, cleanse and purify the area where these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies were. Cleansing and purifying the area again and again. So it is absolutely void of any lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies or any residual. That seals the breach in our white fire armor, restores our vibrational harmony to the highest of the highest high, deepest of the deepest deepest, and purest of the purest purest. Eternal love, gratitude, and peace. We are then met with the golden white pink light. This is the column of light that we created, the gods that we are within these bodies, to remind us all that we are the sun. We are the sunlight. We are the rain and the rainbows. We are the sunsets and the sunrises. We are the oceans, the rivers, the lakes, the streams. We are the trees and the forests, the mountains, the soils, the clouds and the sky. Everything. We're everything. Everything is us. So the next time that you view things, maybe a rainbow, maybe a sunset, a sunrise, an ocean front, a mountain view, whatever it may be, we've been taught to believe that we're separate. So when we look at it, we say, isn't that beautiful? Look at that. To break that hold of illusion, we begin to identify through the fog, and as it begins to literally disintegrate, that is the God that I am. And we all begin to realize that. This is through the heart mind. It's not an ego. It's not the ego mind. That is the God that I am. Now, at first you'll say, isn't that beautiful to yourself? Because we're in that habit. We have been for thousands of years. But then we begin to come out of that habit and say, no, that's the God that I am. And you will experience a shift. There's just no doubt about it. Now we continue to ascend above the planet, and we are met with this massive crystalline light tower, which has a massive ocean sitting on top, cascading down. This is a golden ocean. And while we're doing this, some of us step outside our physical form and hover effortlessly above the physical form, because if we're carrying physical form, and the reason we do this is because it's really fun and we can. Now, in the center of this column, we see this massive oblong sphere. In the center of the sphere, we see this golden white ball of light. It is surrounded by numerous rings of multicolored light that seem to go to infinity and beyond. Now, this in turn has created this massive, super bright white, kind of a mist. And you can see it sparkling, unlike anything. And it's sparkling and it's lighting and everything. And it's absorbed in through your heart mind. And it's like a warm embrace that never ends. And we discover that the golden white bowl of light is the highest of the highest high, deepest of the deepest deepest, purest of the purest purest, eternal love. And then comes well-being, gratitude, gentleness, kindness, generosity, and humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, massive prosperity, and massive abundance. And we discover that all of this is a reflection of the gods that we are within these bodies. Now, at the top of the crystalline tower, we designed it so this golden ocean can come cascading down all 360 degrees, 24/7, infinity and beyond, flood, saturate, permeate all life, the highest supreme value in the universe, on and above and below. This planet Earth, Gaia, Arya. That's what it's doing. And it is pure, deep, eternal love, the highest of the highest high frequency. Picture that through the heart mind. We're drops of this golden ocean. We also contain the essence of this golden ocean. Drops of the golden ocean of the drops. And the only illusion is separation. Now we see our meditative sphere. It's that center circle. We all created this sphere over 4 years ago. It holds well over 1,800 of our meditations in perpetual motion. Perpetual motion means that they're constantly moving, expressing, They're growing, expanding, and intensifying. You imagine that? Hundreds of millions of us, consciously aware to a certain extent, focus on this planet, Earth, Gaia, Arya, and its full, complete liberation from the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies. And all of us knowing that are focused on this, all of us knowing, the parts of the gods that we are of and from the highest of the highest high, deepest of the deepest deepest, purest of the purest purest, eternal love. Now that's why this sphere can be seen, heard, and felt, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. We can tap into it any time. It's constant. It's never ending. For today, imagine your body is a loose, limp, wet noodle. Stop all your striving and contraction about everything in your life. Sit down. Focus on the feeling of being spineless and totally flexible. Don't just what happens from this. Just do it. Don't think about what's going to happen. Just do it. Stay limp, one moment at a time. And soon you'll notice a deeper experience of peace and expansiveness will begin to happen in your body. Whenever any muscle in your body starts to contract, other than what normal activity would entail, practice this wet noodle feeling and let it expand until you are completely at ease. I'll join you in the meditation. I'll return to close us out. Take an easy breath in through the nose and an easy breath out through the mouth. Be still. Today is Laughing Day. Sometime take somewhere this day. Take 30 minutes to laugh about anything and everything that you can. You may need to kind of fake it until you make it happen for real. Yet let the bubbling joy of your belly shake you free from any stuck energy inside. Let yourself laugh more than you have in years today. Think of only those things that lighten you up. Be a crazy, silly Willy until your belly hurts. You'll get a good core workout in your stomach too. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, and the following morning, and we'll return here Thursday. Actually, tonight at 9 p.m., and then Thursday, March 31st, last day of March, 3 p.m. Eastern, 2022, to continue our global guided meditation call.